One quiet evening, as the sun descended behind the hills and the smoke of a funeral pyre drifted into the orange sky, a woman came to Mahavira. Her eyes were filled with sorrow and wonder. She bowed deeply and asked, "Who created this universe?" Mahavir sat in stillness, his body unmoving, his eyes closed like a lake untouched by wind. The question entered the silence, but nothing in him stirred, not even a breath of reaction. After a long pause, he opened his eyes and said softly, "No one created it. It has always been here." The woman looked astonished. Behind her, the fire crackled, a body returning to dust, to the same earth from which it had risen. Mahavir's words fell like drops of truth into that scene of impermanence. We are trained to think that everything must begin somewhere, that someone must be in charge, someone must have made this vastness. But Mahavir's vision was entirely different. He said, "The universe is not a made thing, it is being itself." When you ask, "Who created it?" he said, "You already assume there was a time when it was not. But there has never been such a time. Existence has no birth and no death. It is eternal motion, eternal transformation." He gestured lightly toward the fire outside. "Look," he said, "that which burns will return again, as earth, as air, as life. The dance continues, form after form, but the dancer never dies." The woman whispered, "Then what moves it all, Lord?" Mahavir smiled. "Nothing moves it. It moves by its own nature, as the flame burns, as the river flows, as the wind blows. The universe exists by its own law, its own essence." The woman sat silently, the sound of the burning wood merging with the rhythm of her breath. "But without a creator," she said softly, "how can it exist?" "Because being is not made," Mahavir replied. "Only things are made. Existence is not a thing, it is alive. That is the key. Life is not manufactured, it unfolds. The seed becomes a tree, the child becomes old, the star is born and dies, yet the total remains. Forms vanish, but the energy behind them is timeless." As she listened, something shifted within her. The fear of death, the search for divine authority, began to dissolve. If life has no beginning, it has no end. If existence was never created, it can never be destroyed. Mahavir said, "You are not someone's creation. You are a wave in an endless ocean. The wave rises and falls, but the ocean remains." His words carried the fragrance of freedom. If there is no creator, there is no master above and no slave below. You are not owned. You belong to the same law that turns the stars and opens the flowers. The universe functions through its own truth. He continued, "Every action brings its natural result. No one rewards or punishes you. Life mirrors you perfectly. You create your joy, and you create your suffering." Tears welled in the woman's eyes. She bowed her head. In that moment she understood. Prayer was not to someone above but to the stillness within. Mahavir closed his eyes again, and the silence grew vast. Outside, the fire sunk to glowing embers. Inside, something eternal was seen, not born, not dying, only being. There has never been a beginning. There will never be an end. Only this, the endless unfolding of the living now. The woman came seeking the creator of the universe. She left having found herself.